Alright, let's talk about the mob vote problem. Look, it's no secret that the Minecraft mob vote makes people mad. In fact, there's even a petition going around to stop the vote. And there's also TikTok propaganda videos. And frankly, it's bullshit. I think that the main reason people are mad is because of a fundamental misunderstanding of what the mob vote is. And look, the point of this video is not to try to change your mind here. The whole point of this video is to make sure y'all actually understand the arguments you're making. Because a lot of y'all are just copying the loudest person in the room, even if what they're saying is stupid. And for the record, it's fine to be angry at Mojang. I cannot police your opinion, and the mob vote could definitely be handled better. But for the most part, the things I see getting echoed online are just dumb. We just keep ending up in a pointless negativity cycle. So here's the main complaints as far as I can tell. Number 1, Mojang is lazy for not adding all 3 mobs. Number 2, modders can do it faster. And number 3, the losing mobs are lost forever. These, for the most part, aren't true. And don't worry, I'll address the modders thing later. There's 2 reasons for the disconnect between Mojang and the players who are screaming on Twitter. 1, they don't understand what the mob vote actually is, and 2, they don't understand how Mojang functions as a corporation. So let's talk about it. The mob vote is, at its core, an opportunity for Minecraft to get more community engagement. That's it. It's an opportunity to draw more people into Minecraft Live, Mojang's one big event per year, and to make the community more involved in the game we all love. Without a community vote, I can guarantee that the turnout to Minecraft Live would be much smaller. And as a massive corporation, Microsoft, and by consequence Mojang, is at the mercy of their executives who just want to see a big number get bigger. For that reason, there will probably always be a mob vote. Also, Minecraft Live gets people talking about the game we all love, and also kickstarts Minecraft obsessions, which is a good thing. The negativity that has come in recent years is not. And the mob vote is not some malicious thing. They're not holding an axe over the heads of 3 mobs that they have already coded and asking us to kill off 2. The mob votes are not fully fleshed out ideas. They're made up of Mojang's random ideas they don't know what to do with and are basically asking us, which one do you want first? In most cases, the designs aren't finalized, the features aren't finalized, and the coding hasn't even begun. All they're asking us to do is to vote on concepts we'd like to see. And just because something doesn't win doesn't mean it's gone forever. While that might have been the case with the original mob vote, it isn't anymore. King B-Dogs, a Minecraft developer, has said on Twitter, the losers are not lost forever. They're put into a ideas library where we will implement them later if the time is right. All these mobs could be added. They just need to fill a need and have an opportunity, like the frogs and the mangroves in the wild update. If they fit an update and are worth exploring, they might get added at some point. So that takes care of complaint 3, but what about the main one? Mojang is lazy for not adding all 3. Leaving aside that claim for just a second, what happens to Minecraft Live if there's no vote? If they just show up and say, hey, here's 3 mobs we're adding, you have no say in anything. It completely negates the point of it being a community engagement event. And look, Mojang is not perfect. I'm not one to defend a massive corporation. There are things that they could have handled better. I would like more information from them on the mob votes. I'd like a timeline of these idea bank mobs getting added, but they're really not lazy. Let's be absolutely clear though. Any fault that lies with Mojang does not lie with the developers. It lies with the corporate management. The devs are just normal people and normal employees like everyone else at your job. They're not making the main decisions. The main reason that we don't get all 3 mobs added in at once is because if we did, we'd lose out on other features that could have been implemented during that time. Major updates would become smaller and almost focus solely on the mobs. We'd probably never get something like the Nether update again without skipping the mob vote entirely. If you didn't know, game development takes a lot of time, and especially so for Minecraft, because they essentially have to make the same game twice. Once for Bedrock and once for Java, in totally different coding structures and engines. And also, making them match up or parity is not easy. According to a Minecraft developer, these are all the things they work on. They have to iterate on the design to make sure it fits in the full game, make prototypes to play and see if it's actually fun, rewrite the feature as production code both in Java and in Bedrock. This is 2 different engines with 2 different programming languages, and the engines have different technology and different functionalities, meaning it's not always easy to do one-to-one ports. This means that each feature has to be developed twice, which is twice the amount of work any mod would have to do by default. They have to make sure it works on all platforms: PC, Xbox, PlayStation, Switch, and mobile devices. They have to make sure it performs on all those platforms. They have to be absolutely sure that the code is clean, readable, and will pass quality testing, or they're just going to make themselves suffer in the future. They have to go through PR, get tech approval, and sign off that the feature is developed to standards. They have to sift through feedback from the community on the feature. Think about the glow squid. Community feedback gave us things like glowing signs and glow item frames. They have to iterate on the design based on the feedback and re-implement those changes twice on each platform. They have to track bugs, fix them, and get to the point where the feature is at quality standards. As you can see, it's a lot, especially when they're also working on a main update, constantly releasing snapshots and fixing bugs. So I think it's safe to say Mojang isn't lazy, especially when you want these guys to, be able to sleep and have social lives as well. Which brings us to the third and final main complaint. Modders can add these in a week, so why can't Mojang? And modders can. I'm not going to argue that. There's plenty of videos of them doing that, but if you paid attention to the previous section, you know that they have it much easier. They don't have to keep it to the vanilla style. They don't have to port every feature, system, and behavior to another engine and to even another code base. They don't have to worry about it getting to work on mobile devices. They have a lot of freedom from corporate red tape. They don't have to make sure it will work for every future version in perpetuity. They just have to make it work for one version, and for the most part, don't even have to worry about bugs or any of the struggles that come with making a feature fit in the game. Also, I feel like a lot of people forget that several Mojang devs are former modders, and most modders think the whole "blow modders can do it better or faster" thing is just dumb. Like I said, you're welcome to any opinion you want. Let's just apply some critical thinking to things before we regurgitate the same old lazy arguments. So let's say after all this, you still think that Mojang is lazy and you want all three mobs in the game. So let's think about a scenario where everyone wins. Although let's be real here, as long as Mojang is hitting their numbers, nothing with the mob vote is going to change. So we can't add all three mobs in at once, otherwise the main update will be lacking. So if the players want all three mobs and Mojang needs time, there's really only one solution. The mob vote becomes this. Mojang comes out and says, hey, we're adding these three mobs to the game. You get to vote in what order. The people, us, vote. The mobs get ranked, and then they get added. One per update, one per year. It is 3 years until the next mob vote. That's what has to happen if we still want to get fully fleshed out updates. The only reason to tune into Minecraft Live is for major themes of the update, and the community gets bored. After all, we already know what's coming, and we have no say in it for the next 3 years. Frankly, it's a lose-lose. Mojang loses engagement on their main event of the year, and the community loses a major chance to directly influence the game we all love. So let's recap. The mob vote is almost entirely for community engagement, right? We got that. Mojang isn't lazy. There's a lot that goes into coding Minecraft. Modders can do it faster. They also have none of the constraints that Mojang has. The losing mobs aren't lost forever, although we don't really have a good outline for when they're coming or if they're coming. And adding all three mobs means less features than the main update. Got it? Good. You are more than welcome to disagree and still be angry, but let's just all be polite about it. The last thing the world needs is more negativity. You're welcome to have discussions in the comments. I might engage, I might not. If you want to check out more of my videos, you can check out this playlist right here, Ivan Speaker 4, and I will catch you on the flip side. Later.